My name is Йоханна Марія Летман. I'm the CEO of Слава Україні NGO that is based in Estonia, Tallinn. And we have been supplying Ukraine with ambulances and medical and tactical supplies. We started on the 27th of February when we got a call from Ukraine that an ambulance is needed. And I called one of our military friends who was actually on an operation in Mali. He called me back in 2 hours, said, "We have your first ambulance." We bought it, packed it with about 80,000 euros worth of medical supplies, and that's how we sent our first ambulance here. Because everyone was sending food, everyone was sending their old clothes, but the main problem is that nobody listens to what Ukrainians actually need. So if an ambulance was needed, that's what we try to focus on. Ambulance and medical supplies. Those were needed, those were asked from us, and that's how we started it. So we get our money from private citizens. It's donation-based. We haven't had any support from the state. Right now, I think we've raised more than 2.8 million euros, and we've sent out about 2 million euros worth of medical supplies, and plus also 75 ambulances. We bought all of the ambulances in Scandinavia, so we had to buy actually these minivans. We took out all of the seats, and then we built it like a emergency ambulance. So the first base where you have to evacuate the person. So we are starting to build these kinds. So we've sent out already 10. So, and this was a cooperation between actually the Ukrainian initiative of what they need, and then we built them in Estonia. So, and it's actually being built by a company that usually builds normal ambulances. So, but now we've changed it a bit because they don't need these minibuses. The road conditions are getting worse all the time, and we are now putting them, these evacuation machines, that we're building them like into jeeps. My team works out of Estonia. I am here in Ukraine, but most of my team is actually in Estonia. So they get a list of things that are needed and how many things are needed, сколько штук. And then based on that, we talk to the medic, talk to the commandir, and then we decide how much money we'll put into it. Maybe one zakaz is 50,000 euros, another is 100,000 euros. Do they need a car? They don't need a car. Okay, then we would just put medical stuff in it. We used to work with hospitals. They are civilian hospitals, neonatal hospitals, and also military hospitals. But as we are such a small group, it's 9 people working for me. Then we decided that in order to not burn out ourselves, we will only start supplying the front line. So we shifted kind of our focus only on the front line. So if anyone asks for an ambulance in Rivne or somewhere else, or an evacuation machine, we say, thank you and we support you, but unfortunately all of our efforts go into supporting the front line now. And we shifted our focus a bit. So we are actually working with 10 military units right now, and we will restock them all the time. So if they need, for example, clothes, yes, we buy it for you. If you need IFAC bags, we supply it for you. You need only Celox bandages or tourniquets, we buy it for you. You need a drone, we'll buy it for you. So it's a matter of supporting our troops and our groups that are kind of, I call them our friend groups. Well, we have connections in the Estonian army also and all over Europe. But the thing is that we in Europe don't know the specifics of Ukraine. So that's why it's needed that I am here speaking to those people. What we might think is necessary in Europe is not necessary here. We can do some things simpler. You don't need the most high quality this and that. We can spend our money more wisely if we listen to what Ukrainians are actually telling us and what they need. So actually, so we support our friend groups, so to say, but we have, let's say that in wartime, it's always a time for innovation. Sorry to say, but Ukraine is actually a guinea pig for testing bombs, testing different cars, medicine. So what Slava Ukraini is trying to do also in the next projects is that we want to create some kind of Santa's workshop for drones. So how can we upgrade drones? How can we upgrade the software so that they don't lose their flight time and their battery? If a unit needs new batteries, we will provide them with it. If, for example, they are training with the drones and they hit I don't know, a tree or something, and only a small piece of it is broken, then we will try to 3D print it and just send, so they don't need to buy a new one. So we just fix it for them, or there's some kind of problem with software. So that's where we're going. And actually, I would like to start melting. This is only an idea, but I know it's been done before. So the AK-47s that are not in use, we can melt them, and we can start actually producing protheses. For the guys, because there's a lack of protheses, and we can design them so that they are exactly what they are needed for. They will be comfortable, and I also have an idea to collaborate with some artists. So if I can put it up that Slava Ukraini is doing this, it costs that much, but I can ask for money. You are supporting someone who will get this, and for that I can produce those protheses and use this money also for maybe rehabilitation. And then we are starting to train medics, because the level of medics is quite different in each group, and there is a huge lack of medics. So we will start training medics together with Fedir Serdyuk, who also started his project in 2014 already. He's from Odessa. So we will do one project with them. Then we have people from Estonia who are actually interested in coming here and training the groups. So, and these trainings have to be that we don't pull the guys out of the front line, but we go to them. So we don't waste their time, and we are exactly there where we are needed. And this gives us also kind of an umbrella effect. If one guy gets the training, he knows what to do in order to save his fellow person, fellow soldier, or himself. And this goes on. He knows, and it becomes like an umbrella that protects the whole unit. These are only a few ideas. We have some ecological projects that we want to do also, but it's still in the works. And we will do it together with All for Victory, Всі для перемоги, and IT troops that are based out of Kiev. Держитесь. I think that's the best thing. Give us the information, what you want. We'll buy it, we'll find it, and bring it here. Дякую, всі буде Україна. Тримайтесь. Тримайтесь, да.